That's right. Whitelist stuff starting now. Yay! See if we can get at least the first set of leaves going today.
Yeah, that'd be great.
With some ore being processed, whatever we think is the most valuable ore.
Mm-hmm. I would think it might be a good idea if we started with uranium.
Uranium? Oh, that's probably not a bad idea.
Because we're not short, but when we get short, we will run out really, really quickly.
Yeah, and then it'll be...
Yeah.
I thought I had the contextual music thing turned on. But this doesn't seem right.
And is it still detecting enemies? With your
well, it's just dramatic music, I guess.
Yeah.
It's not really... It's not the enemy one anymore.
Right.
It's just dramatic.
Music to weld to.
Music to weld to, that's right. Alright, now we're the solar... I guess the solar panels are probably pretty important too, aren't they?
Mm.
Oh yeah, they need a bunch of solar cells for those.
My oxygen is going down.
Oh yeah, mine is too.
Yeah, Mia said that he's had it switched off and that your oxygen should, in theory, oxygen should reach 0, but then you don't die from lack of oxygen. Oh, and there is a lot of solar cells already made.
Good, good.
Oh, right, fair amount. I'll bring round interior plates.
Yeah, there's a few places that need those.
Yeah.
It looks like. I think I've got all the construction components and computers on this side.
Small steel tubes and motors. Now all of a sudden everything I'm clicking on needs small steel tubes and motors after I'd put all those on in the last... Where was I? How did I miss all of those?
I don't know. Yeah, because everywhere I'm looking, you need them. I'm emptying the construction components basically as fast as they're being built.
Yeah.
Ugh. I have an itchy eyeball.
Ooh. Oh, what a horrible thought.
Of course, when I say that, I mean eyelid, but...
Yeah.
But itchy eyeball sounds more fun. So anything wild and crazy in the world of Sal this week?
Not particularly this week. We are doing another session of Terrafirmacraft this weekend. Next week I've got another week's holiday off work.
Oh, goodness.
Which I'm looking forward to, as always.
Yes. And when you say next week, you mean
Yeah.
in a week that is indeterminate.
Yeah. So next week, real time from the recording point of this video, which could come out any time in the future. So my week off where I probably spent a lot of time streaming, as I have a habit of doing. I tend to sleep in. Have things like ice cream for breakfast at 5 in the evening. And I'll do that.
Ice cream for breakfast. I like that's the best description ever.
That's kind of like, you know, holidays. You can, if I go away to a resort or something on holiday, then I get unreasonably drunk at strange hours of the day. If I have a holiday at home, then I have unreasonable food for breakfast at strange hours of the day, and it kind of feels right. It feels like a proper holiday then. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing a lot of gaming, a lot of streaming and stuff. It'll be my last week off for a while. I don't think I've got another one until August. But one thing I have been playing offline, I haven't recorded any of it, and I'm hoping to actually get it.
You didn't record it?
Didn't record it, no. A thing I've been playing without recording is Slime...
I didn't think that was possible.
Yeah. Slime Rancher. I've been playing Slime Rancher.
I've seen some videos of that.
Yeah. I kind of put off recording it just because there's an awful lot of walking to and from the same place. It didn't.
Is there? Okay.
It's really fun to play, but it doesn't feel that recording friendly. You've got to do a lot of editing, and I mean, I want to focus more on editing Terrafirmacraft, so I didn't want to throw something else on his plate.
That required lots of work.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, well, it looked like a fun game, but of course, I've only ever seen gameplay from YouTubers that, like you say, edit out, I guess, a lot of the boring stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know for sure then.
Right,
but,
let's do
yeah, speaking of that, it's like we're not exactly editing out this, so...
Yeah, but this is... I mean, Slime Rancher's single player, so you haven't got the sort of the commentary and things and the instant action to sort of just keep things going.
Oh, yeah. You said there was a lot of solar cells?
There was. I have been taking them and putting them into things, though, so...
Okay, so have I. So I think we're out now.
Right.
Of solar cells, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Construction components. The darn construction components. So many of those things.
Yeah. So, but we've been having a whale of a time with Terrafirmacraft. Oh gosh, it's so addictive.
It's one of those ones that I have been very interested to try, but at the same time very scared to try because of addiction and
it's a
just amount of time.
Sink.
Yeah,
really is.
That's my worried. That's my worry.
Yeah. So last Saturday, so for viewers, that's some random Saturday in the past. Or it might have been Sunday if you're in Australia, but definitely Saturday in most places.
Random Sunday in the past.
Yeah. We met at it was 1 p.m. GMT +1, and we played through till because that was a good time for Alman to join us. But Stimpy couldn't join us at that time, so we played through till 6 p.m. when Stimpy could join us, and then we carried on going until gone midnight. So that was an 11-hour session without even thinking about it. It was, and then stopping playing is really hard. It's like, okay, right, yep, no, let's stop. We stopped for a break between Almond leaving and Stimpy joining, just so that we could stop and have a bite to eat and stuff. But oh gosh, yeah, it's so addictive. And
it looks like that.
Everything is so hard to achieve, and then when you do achieve it, the sense of achievement is amazing.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I've seen gameplay of it from videos and things, but I've never really gotten. Like, I think I've watched it get to the point where you've got like the anvil, and then you've got like smelting going on.
Yeah.
I think that's about as far as I've ever seen it taken.
I think because the big problem is that the iron working is so difficult that's where most people stop. Well, for some amazing reason, Spidey is really, really good at it. he's taken to doing the smithing work, just like a fish to water, which is great because that's the hard bit. That's what usually stops people.
Huh. Well, there you go. So, Spidey the Smith.
Yeah, he is. He's our Smith. Very pleased. And that, just finding that there was someone in the team who liked that aspect to the work has given the series longevity. Because usually we would get to this point and then that's it. You might build a nice building, and then once you've built a nice building, nobody wants to face the smithing thing because it's so hard.
So is it like a game where like having a group of people is very beneficial?
Yes.
Because you want to split jobs off and then have like somebody in charge of different things.
Yeah, and different skills develop as well. So like Mia is our cook and farmer, and just because that's what he got into. So in the same way that Spidey, so Mia's keeping Spidey fed so that Spidey doesn't need to worry about where the food's coming from. But you know, nobody can stick at the same job all the time. So when one of us is going out on an exploration, I'm doing, you wouldn't believe it, I'm the miner.
Really?
Who'd have thought it? The thing is, though, in Terrafirmacraft, mining...
Seem like you like mining at all.
Well, I love mining in Space Engineers because it's a really tranquil, zen sort of activity. You can just, roll your ship through an asteroid or something. In Terrafirmacraft, it is so scary. It's unbelievably scary because you're at constant danger of rockfall.
Oh, you have to actually support your way through?
Yeah. It's
I'm dying of no energy.
Oh, which means I'm probably going to die. Oh yeah, I'm going to die next. Do you want to jump into the seat first?
No, too late.
Oh, you dead already? Where's your body? Were you stationary?
I did. I stopped moving so that I could find it.
Okay, cool. I'll leave you to do that. Meanwhile, I shall...
I always forget how to get out of your ship.
Through the door.
There's the door. Man. Hi.
Hi.
Alright, where did I leave my body? Something that you only ever say in a game.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me of... I watched a short video yesterday which had me chuckling. I follow a series called SciShow. Which,
I've watched some of that.
Yeah, little 5-minute snippets of recent events in science and stuff. It's like coffee table YouTubing.
Coffee table YouTubing, okay.
And
That's one of the Green brothers made that, right?
Yes, yeah. It's because you got
Hank Green.
Is
the guy.
Yeah. Because I watched another series they do called Crash Course, which is the elder brother. Yeah, I love it.
Well, no, they're both involved in that one. They do different shows each, and now they actually hire a bunch of people to do different shows all together.
Yeah. So I enjoy their work.
Great shows on there.
So I was watching an episode of SciShow yesterday. Hang on, I don't know what I even need to pick up here. What are we short of? Just pick me a thing I need to pick up.
What were you doing? The motors?
Go, anything.
Tubes? There's a bunch of those needed.
Motors and small steel tubes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Maybe just like fill up on motors and go around and do all of them, or fill up on small steel tubes. Because there's a bunch of that needed. I've been trying to do... Actually, which one did you pick?
I've got motors.
Motors? Okay. I'm going to grab small steel tubes because we need so many of these things. Let's just... What's the word?
Blitz. We'll blitz it.
I was going to say visualize an attack. That's the wrong one. So you grabbed small?
I got motors.
Okay. I've already forgotten.
Do you know what? I'll grab a bunch of computers while I'm here because there's quite a few things which just need computers. And you can carry such a lot of computers.
Yeah, you can, can't you? I think I just snagged every small steel tube we have. We have 727 of them. I hope that's enough.
Should be.
Or at
They
least for
make
the
cook
first 7
enough
weeks.
anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Because they just need iron, right?
Mm-hmm. So
Metal grids.
the SciShow thing that I was watching was looking at recent studies into, do video games cause violence or aggressive behaviour? Do violent video games cause aggressive behaviour? What do the studies say? Was the premise? Because of course there's been that thing recently, hasn't there, where Trump did a thing about problem with society today is all these damn computer games making everyone violent. And so they were looking at the studies in the past, which he said had mixed results, because some studies said yes, there is a relationship between video game violence and aggressive behaviours or feelings. And they found that if you that there was largely, after playing some video games, there would be a temporary increase in the violent or aggressive feelings within people. Wouldn't necessarily turn to behaviour, but feeling aggressive and having aggressive thoughts.
Right.
But then they started to look at some anomalies that they were finding in the results over the series, because there was a meta study, you know, where they take all of the studies and they compare all of the studies to see what they can learn by comparing lots and lots of data from previous studies.
Right.
And they were looking at the anomalies, and what they found was that there was a strange kind of pattern emerging, where people who define themselves as hardcore gamers would generally report less aggressive feelings after playing a violent video game compared to people who class themselves as casual gamers. And so they tried another hypothesis, which was that when they were doing gaming studies in the past, they weren't differentiating how good a player people were and how complex the violent game was that they were getting them to play. And the conclusion came was that actually the aggressive behaviour had nothing to do with how violent a game is, but how competent a gamer feels when they're playing the game. So if they're playing a complex game, it was frustration. Yeah. And so they came to the conclusion that actually frustration is the thing that leads to a feeling of the temporary increase in aggressive feelings and thoughts. And I was thinking, because I've been kind of prepared to be open-minded about the idea that maybe playing extremely violent games, like Grand Theft Auto is the one that's quoted, like maybe there are some people who are maybe like very young, like if you gave Grand Theft Auto to sort of an 8 to 12-year-old range or something like that, maybe it would be a bad thing, and maybe there would be, I was open to it, but it just didn't feel it. I didn't feel this thing about violence in video games causing violence in the real world. But when they came to that conclusion, it was just like, oh, I so know it. I know what they're talking about. And I remembered the thing that came to mind was when I was playing Euro Trucker. I was streaming Euro Trucker with Boris one day.
You were getting rage?
Oh, you wouldn't believe. I was ready to kill somebody. I was properly raging, all on camera and everything. I must have tried 15 times to park that damn truck, and honestly, I was ready to strangle whoever it was that didn't allow quick park at that particular factory. And everything from my language to, I was screaming and effing and blinding and just, I was so, and I was thinking about that and I thought, yeah, yeah, the salt was unreal, but I was totally losing it. And because normally if I get a game that excessively frustrates me, which I think's fair to say, Elite Dangerous fell into that category. Elite Dangerous. Trying to do it with trying to do it with a mouse and keyboard. I think was the main problem.
That's nasty.
Yeah.
She just I'll drop you some gold next time you play, and we'll just buy you a docking computer.
There were 4 of them, all houses, together in Nidd Lane. Together lived Boris and Anubiz. Anubiz was always sorry about something. Next door came Minty and Nordic, and Minty really annoyed Nordic by calling him a beast all the time. And the next house was noisy, 'cause Apple and Melon always had domestics. But it was the 4th house that the police were interested in, because Power Suit Sal kept Mir in the closet. They all lived together in Nidd Lane, a colourful place to be. They all lived together on Nidd Lane, although together is a little bit subjective. At Boris's and Anubiz's, there was a man who could be sometimes mistaken for a hobo smelling of alcohol trying to climb the walls. But it's okay, 'cause it was Anubiz's Canadian cousin, drunk Spider-Man, and a little Santa's helper could be seen going house to house. It appeared when someone got tired of almond, they'd just hand them on to the next surrogate parents. They all lived together in Nidd Lane, a colourful place to be. They all lived together on Nidd Lane, although together is a little bit subjective. It seems they pissed off the neighbours, something to do with the PLP-50 dragon children, but that's just Boris. No one questions him, 'cause that's what happens in Nidd Lane.